You do not choose this life. It chooses you. Perhaps you were a gift from a conquered province, the daughter of a disgraced official, or simply a girl whose beauty was a curse noticed by a passing scout. Your transition from a person to a property begins the moment the heavy vermilion gates of the inner palace groan shut behind you. You are no longer a daughter, a sister, or a woman with a name. You are a rank, a number, a vessel for the emperor's legacy. The first year is not one of luxury, but of systematic breaking. You are entered into a school of silence and submission. The training is clinical and cold. You are stripped and inspected by elder matrons who track every blemish, measuring the symmetry of your face and the softness of your hands with the detachment of a jeweler grading a stone. If you are found wanting, you are discarded. If you are perfect, the real hardship begins. You are taught the art of the shadow. You must learn to walk with a gait so smooth that a cup of water balanced on your head would not spill a drop. Your voice is retrained until it loses its edge, reduced to a melodic whisper that never rises in anger or excitement. You spend hours in frozen poses, learning to bow until your spine screams, forced to hold a submissive position until your muscles seize, all to ensure that your physical presence never offends the imperial gaze. There are physical hardships hidden behind the silk. To maintain the ideal form, your diet is strictly controlled. You are often kept in a state of perpetual hunger to ensure a willow-like waist. Your skin is treated with caustic minerals and lead-based powders to achieve a ghostly pallor, even as the fumes make your head throb. You are a living doll, being carved into a shape that pleases a man you have never met. The palace is a paradise designed to suffocate. You are surrounded by gold, yet you are a prisoner of the most intricate rules ever devised. You learn quickly that the most dangerous thing in the palace is not the emperor's temper, but the silence of the other women. Every smile from a rival is a hidden blade. Every favor shown to you by a eunuch is a debt that will one day be collected in blood. You live in a state of perpetual high alert, watching the shadows, decoding every glance, knowing that a single misstep, a misplaced hairpin, or a tired sigh could lead to your disappearance from the records. Then comes the night you have been trained for. The summons. You are wrapped in a cloak and carried to the emperor's chambers like a tray of food. You find no romance, only a transaction. You are a shadow in the room of a man who may not even know your name. The intimacy is devoid of affection. It is a duty performed under the watchful eyes of record keepers standing outside the doors, scratching brushes against paper to document every second. As you lie there in the silence afterward, the weight of your sacrifice settles in your chest. You have given up your heart for a man who views you as a fleeting distraction. If you are lucky, you conceive. But in the inner palace, a pregnancy is a target on your back. Your morning sickness is monitored by rivals who pray for your downfall. You cannot trust the tea you are served or the incense burning in your room. Poisons are subtle, and accidents are frequent. If you give birth to a son, you have provided the empire with a prince, but you have also signed away your right to be a mother. He is the state's property. You will watch him be raised by wet nurses and tutors, seeing your own flesh and blood become a stranger who must bow to you with the same cold formality as the rest of the court. The middle years are the hardest. You watch your beauty fade in the polished bronze of your mirror. You see younger, more vibrant girls enter the gates, and you recognize the same look of terror in their eyes that you once wore. You are moved to smaller quarters. The emperor visits less, then not at all. You become a ghost, haunting the corridors of power, a living relic of a night long forgotten. Your only companions are the bitter memories of the life you might have had, a simple home, a husband who knew your soul, children who called you mother and meant it. The final stage is the great silence. When the emperor passes, your fate is sealed. You are sent to the cold, gray walls of the nunnery or the secluded palace for widows. The silks are replaced by coarse wool. The music is replaced by chanting. You spend your final days praying for a man who forgot you decades ago. As you sit in the twilight of your life, looking at the high walls that have been your entire world, you realize the true cost. You were draped in gold so you wouldn't feel the chains. You were fed delicacies so you wouldn't taste the bitterness of your own tears. You were a concubine, a masterpiece of sacrifice, a monument to a dynasty, and a woman who spent her entire life waiting for a freedom that only comes with the final breath.